Let's go.
Hey, how's it going?
Up?
Welcome to episode 11 of the Ape Audio Podcast. Hey, Ian.
Hi, how's it going?
Welcome to the couch.
Thanks,
Thanks for gracing me with it.
I'm sorry. It was so difficult to keep my composure during that.
The first fucking sound that he made, I just shit my pants.
For any of the audio listeners, we kind of shoved him behind a couch, and we thought it'd be really funny if he came crawling out like Schmeagol, and just none of us reacted to it at all. We tried our best. We'll go again next week. We'll go again next week.
I didn't know how difficult that was going to be.
Dude, yeah. As soon as you flip the cameras over, I'm like, oh, I totally got this. And then Ian's like, and it just fucking got me.
I wasn't going to be silent. I wanted to make some nice dad noises in the process.
Dude, we should have practiced that one, I think.
A bit of rehearsal.
Well, anyways, how's it going, y'all?
What's up, guys?
Yo.
How you guys doing?
Fucking great. Crawled out of the couch.
So good, dude.
I feel fine.
You have a musky odor to yourself?
Me or you?
You're covered in a bit of schmutz?
No, I'm okay.
Ian's always covered in schmutz.
That's true.
How are you doing, Christian?
Pretty good.
Nice, man.
You guys been having a good week?
Nope.
Yeah, I've been pretty good.
Cool. We went to this little party.
Who did?
All three of us.
Okay.
And we witnessed a national tragedy. Our buddy made some delicious fucking mac and cheese.
Oh, dude, that was the fucking best mac and cheese.
Oh, no.
And some complete psychopath.
Total psycho.
Total psychopath put ketchup on top of it.
Gourmet mac and cheese.
This was a gourmet, fresh, homemade mac and cheese, and somebody put ketchup on it.
Wait, was it homemade or was it?
It was homemade.
It was homemade?
Yeah, it was from Goodness Me.
That's like homemade because he works there.
Yeah, true. He did it.
It's handmade.
Shout out Nate. Thanks for the Goodness Me made, handmade, homemade.
The chef was not too happy, let me tell you what. Is that me banging away?
I don't know.
Better believe it's not.
Now, I want to hearken a guess here that it probably wasn't even Heinz ketchup.
I think it was
Selection brand ketchup, anybody?
What do you got against Selection?
Yeah.
Some Selection products
Yes.
are passable. Some are even delicious. Some things like ketchup are fucked.
Why?
Because they taste like shit.
Okay.
I disagree.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you prefer Selection brand ketchup?
I treat all ketchups equally because I don't use them a lot. So usually when I do use them, I can't really taste the difference.
Do we have a taste test?
I forgot to bring my ketchup samples.
Let's take a look at the numbers.
Let's
I
crunch
was
the
going to
numbers.
ask you guys, though, when is it appropriate to put ketchup on something? So, like, in my
Fries?
head, I've been to some restaurants where they make, like, a house-made ketchup that is paired with a dish. And I feel like, okay, that's fine. It was clearly meant to be eaten like this.
I don't know.
I don't know if it could be gourmet. I've never had ketchup in something gourmet and been like, wow, the ketchup has such a nice contrast with the cilantro or
Okay,
like
so
whatever.
what I had it with, I had fried polenta. And then they
You
brought
had
out,
placenta, dude?
yeah, fried placenta.
Oh, man,
and they
that's
brought
so
out this
gross.
house-made ketchup that you were supposed
Are you
to have
sure it
with
was ketchup, dude?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, you know some people put ketchup on their steaks.
That's fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
I knew this kid in elementary school in the more earlier years, and he was so obsessed with ketchup that he would carry a little Tupperware container full of it, and he would dip everything in it, including his fruit by the foot.
What?
Yeah, and fruit roll-ups or whatever they were. All the classic
You're
candies.
kidding me.
No, I'm not.
I knew a kid who brought in pogo sticks in thermoses, and when you would pull them out, they'd be all like soggy
All
from the...
wrinkly and shit. What about
But there
the
would be
kids?
ketchup and mustard on them already.
Oh, that's insane. What kind of fucking horrible parenting is going on?
I'll tell you the name after.
I mean,
Dude, you'll completely
the other
understand
school lunch,
when I tell you the name.
the other school lunch that I judged big time, which is really similar to this, is when somebody would bring a hot dog that was already in a bun, that was in a thermos, that was getting like all condensated like all day long, and they'd pull it out, and the bun's like wrinkly and looks like like soggy styrofoam, and yeah, they always would have ketchup and mustard on this shit already.
Oh my!
Like, how hard is it to put it in a fucking little Tupperware?
Or just give them
Give
a
them the
normal.
bottle.
What if they like it? What if they like it like, you know how some people like their cereal soggy? What if they just like
Who,
it?
who likes their
swimming?
cereal soggy?
I know some people who like their
I
Do you
cereal
like your
actually
soggy.
know
do you
some-
like your cereal?
Well, I
soggy?
do not. I think there's
Hell
some
no.
cereals that even benefit from being eaten.
Yeah, right. Like
soggy.
what?
Like what?
Well, you guys yelled at me last week when I said, "Who the fuck eats mini wheats?" But don't those have to be like soggy before you eat them?
Yeah, you're right.
Not really.
They have to be at like the perfect.
Well, I feel like if you just eat them straight
Softness.
dry, like out of the box, it's
No,
kinda
you're a
like
maniac
dog
if you do
kibble or
that. Yeah,
something,
you're
like
a maniac
milk
if you
bones.
do that.
You don't eat that normally?
No.
Fuck out of here.
Just raw dogging those shredded wheats in your mouth. I can't do that.
Or
Eating them with warm milk?
what about the
Nope.
dudes in school who would bring those fucked up Lunchables where it was like mini hot dogs or like nachos? Or
Yeah, I
they
never
did
underst-
chicken nuggets.
Dude, the same person with the fucking pogo stick dogs, was bringing those fucking nacho ones. It was so gross.
Their parents spent literally 24 minutes to get their lunch ready. Stuffed in something that is closed. There you go, Jim.
Fuck.
Nope. They want it hard. They want their lunch fast. They need it now.
You know what I
does
used to
being
do?
hard have to do with any of that?
My mom used to buy me like 24 packs of Mr. Noodles,
Get out of town.
and I would take them into school and just barter my Mr. Noodles for like anything I wanted. I don't know why, because Mr. Noodles are worth like 40 cents a pack.
Yeah.
But people were like obsessed with them. You could trade them for like Gatorades,
Yeah.
Kit Kats,
Yeah.
Sour Keys.
So you would trade your
the good Lunchables.
you'd trade your lunch for a Gatorade?
Yeah,
What?
dude, I was like,
I need to go for a run, guys. I can't be burning off.
No,
this
I was a
food.
kid. And when you got chicken fucking Mr. Noodles that you've been eating for a decade, and like your fingertips are just stained yellow from the packets, you're gonna trade them for anything.
I can't believe we used to do that.
Trade snacks?
No, just eat Mr. Noodles like that.
Yeah, like the
What do
dry
you mean? I
ones.
still do that.
Oh my god.
It's not since Lauren and I moved in together. It doesn't really fly that often.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
okay.
shouldn't ever.
Yeah.
Why not? What's wrong with that?
Dirty, dude.
Why is it dirty?
Oh, 40-cent meal.
Hell yeah! It's like a bag of chips. It's not a meal. It's like a bag of chips. Like it's a little snack.
The video of Mr. Noodles being digested.
Mr.
Oh, I
Noodles
wanna
being
see
digested.
Mr. Noodles being
It's
digested.
so bad on your stomach. Yeah.
Yeah, the funny thing is you're just like, what's wrong with Mr. Noodles? I don't want to see it being digested.
Well, that's the thing. I'm living in an ignorant bliss. Like,
Okay.
you can pretty much show me anything being digested.
If you're aware of your ignorant bliss, is it really is ignorant bliss?
I'm
Ooh.
ignorant to my ignorance,
You can't
Nah.
be. That's not possible.
or I'm aware of my ignorance. I guess.
Disagree.
Agree to disagree.
You guys want to talk about some music and stuff?
Ah, buddy.
Yeah.
Wait.
What is music?
I want to
Wait.
talk about
Okay, guy.
our new background, our new couch, and how everything is kind of shaping up for us.
Yo, it's
Yeah.
the better.
We wish
So,
you could sit on these, all of you.
For all the video listeners, we got a new background going, a nice, beautiful little neon sign
Got a
you
couch
might have
with
seen
some
on our
back
social
support.
media. We picked up a new couch for $20.
20
Yeah,
$20.
20 bones.
And then we crushed it through the front door and decreased the value to at least a toonie.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
$2.
Do you think our future guests will appreciate our $20 investment?
I think they'll enjoy the back support.
How?
Yeah.
You know what really did it for me?
Nope.
When I was like, I think we definitely need to get a new couch in there,
Mm-hmm.
was when Jacob did his acoustic performance, and we had
Like one
we had the side camera pointing at it, and the only thing my eyes could focus on was like this raggedy ass pillow that is just had its guts like pouring out, and I was like, people are gonna think we're running a fucking slum operation in here. Like, oh my god.
And then no support in the couch, and his leg was just like on the fucking ground.
Yeah, his legs like crooked sideways.
We're sorry, Jacob. That had to happen.
Sorry, Jacob.
Yeah.
You're welcome back anytime to enjoy our nice new investment here.
Yep.
Oh man, that was.
So what kind of
embarrassing.
music stuff do you want to talk about, Christian? Tell us.
Drop that shit, boy.
So I got a
Drop
bunch
the
of news and
knowledge.
stuff, but do you guys? I kind of want to start with what I've been like listening to the past week. You guys cool with that?
Yeah, dude.
man. Fire away.
So
Dude.
this record by this hip hop trio, I believe they are, Czarface. It's Inspected Deck. Here, Devin can look up all the members because I'm just gonna fuck it up.
Try it.
Nope.
Yes, try.
Nope.
Try
Inspected
it.
Deck, Rebel Eye.
Dude, what a
Man.
Come on, you got this. You got this.
Is academics?
No. Let's see here. Who do we got? Is it just Inspected Deck?
No, I was just Googling that.
American hip hop supergroup, underground hip hop. Oh, it's a duo, Esoteric and Inspected Deck.
pretty close to
Okay.
academics.
Yeah, like DJ Academics. Oh God, does he make music?
I don't know. I have no idea what he does. He just annoys me.
I think he did the latest Wu-Tang.
That's crazy. Like he produced it? Oh, good God. I don't know if I ever want to hear that.
Why? You don't like Mr. Academics?
I feel like my respect level for Academics is extremely low.
Same. I don't know why. I just
Yeah,
don't.
I don't know either. I feel like he's just not like very well researched in the things that he talks about and kind of digs himself a grave all the time.
I don't think.
Yeah, so I've been listening to this Czarface record that came out, and it's featuring Ghostface Killah across the whole thing. And this thing is like, if you like that East Coast, like New York sound, this shit is for you. And I know that's not like the most popular thing going on right now. Everybody just wants like the West Coast slappers, that shit that just blows up your fucking car doors. But I got a real soft spot for all the East Coast music, so it's really nice.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man.
What else do you like from the East Coast, huh?
I like the Flatbush Zombies. I like to listen to pretty much anything from Pro Era, like Joey Badass, Flatbush Zombies, the Underachievers, shit like that.
Never heard of those guys.
They're all pretty fresh. And then of course like the classic like kingpins of the fucking East Coast, like Nas and Jay-Z.
Not Nas's new stuff.
It's okay. I still think he's an
It's
amazing
okay.
lyricist. I
Yeah.
think he's terrible at picking beats
Yeah.
and also terrible at telling Kanye to fuck off.
What do you mean?
Well, that seven song project that he did with Kanye, Nazir.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the one that nobody liked.
There's one good song.
Because I guess
Excuse my sickness.
that's all right. I'll let it slide. So basically, Kanye and Nas had been working on this record, Nazir, and Nas wanted more time to like put it together, but Kanye was like kind of forcing him, going like, "Yeah, this is the seven song deal that we've been doing all summer long, and we want to put this out like ASAP." And as far as I recollect, I think it was like pretty much like in the studio being recorded, produced, and done within like a month and a half.
Oh, jeez.
So, as you can imagine, like especially somebody of like Nas's caliber and the way that he writes,
Yeah,
I'm sure he loves to spend a lot of time with his lyrics.
yeah, a lot of revising and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
So I don't know. Like I don't necessarily hate the record. I want more from
It's a little
a
lackluster.
producer rapper combo like that. You know,
Yeah.
especially because we got like Kids See Ghosts prior to that,
Yeah.
and we got Pusha T's Daytona, which were two other projects in the series.
Could have been the chemistry.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's
Could
true.
have just been like the chemistry. Sometimes it just,
Yeah, I mean, I
doesn't
shouldn't
deliver 'cause of-
I shouldn't blame one party. Like it, yeah, could have definitely been the chemistry. So you guys been listening to anything else this week?
I haven't really been listening to much new stuff lately, at least in the last week. I was bumping that new Periphery that was released last week.
Hell
Yeah.
yes.
It was released
dude.
the last
That
day we
shit
were
is
streaming
fucking
this.
amazing.
Yeah, it was really good.
The whole album?
No, just a single
yeah.
from the upcoming album. I think it's called Hail Stan. Yeah, the song's called Blood Eagle. It's
Yeah.
pretty good. It
Blood
slaps.
Eagle.
It delivers that heaviness that people were wanting. I think it has a lot of elements from their old stuff, like all those fanboys want, and
Why don't you,
Are you
tell
one
us
of
about
those
their clean
fanboys?
vocals?
they're great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spencer
Yeah.
Satella's clean vocals are very nice to me.
They're less
They are?
poppy this time around, and they're more like kind of operatic. They do like these like ahs that are kind of in the background that kind of sound like reminiscent of Devin Townsend or like Gojira even.
The
like
theatrical
Yeah.
kind of Oz.
Yeah,
And I feel like
yeah,
he's
yeah.
staying within his range. I feel like on some of the other Periphery projects, he kind of stepped outside of his range, and it gets a little jarring at moments. And I guess I can kind of see why people don't necessarily love Spencer's clean vocals, but I think like this new track is just like playing to every band member's strengths.
Dude, the
Yeah, it's
Contortionist, when we saw them live, the singer pulled off this one really high note.
Was it that like screamish
Yeah.
kind
Which
of
note?
note? Yeah.
The A. But like it's
Did you
fucking
turn to Ian and
insane.
go, man, can you believe this?
I think
A?
I think I was standing there by myself. I'm like, what the fuck
Yeah.
did I just
But a
hear?
lot of people, like every time I've seen the Contortionist, he pulls off that note at, I forget what song it is. I think it's at
beats me.
it might be Flourish, or it's a song from that album for sure. Oscillator, yeah, it might be Oscillator. Anyways, he pulls off this really high note that's like screamed, like a super high pitched one, and he kind of like nails it on the pitch. And every time I've seen him play that live, the reaction of the crowd is just like takes everyone
just
by
go
storm,
crazy.
and everyone's like, "Whoa!"
That's awesome.
Fuck, I
I
wish
can
I had
only
a
imagine
recording
it'd
of
be
it.
similar to like Slayer's lead singer, like nailing the initial high notes in Angel of Death. You know, like right after like
No,
oh, you don't
let's
know.
pull it up.
Or is it Raining Blood?
I don't know.
Oh fuck, I fucked it up.
Well, this is super embarrassing now.
That's anyway. There's just like an extremely high note that like a screamed high note, and it's extremely impressive to hear.
We should compare the two,
Yeah, we could do that. We could do a little breakdown of the A's.
and then we can try it ourselves.
I'm good.
Oh.
Come on, who can scream the highest A?
Yeah,
I'm good.
I can't.
What do you
Oh,
mean?
I know this guy,
This guy can.
D. Flynn.
Yeah, that
Definitely.
Periphery track is really dope.
Yeah,
Is there anything you kind of expect out of like Periphery 3, or are you just gonna
4.
Periphery 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Dude, this
That's-
is getting
Um,
real embarrassing.
I'm just as bad as DJ Academics. Oh, mathematics. Okay.
Oh, that's pretty similar.
As far as the new album, I don't know. I never know what to expect. I always expect, heaviness at one point or another, but I'm always expecting some sort of experimentation now that this is the first album that they are releasing with their own label, because I think it's called 3 Dot Recordings, or 3 Dot Recordings. So they're releasing this album on that platform.
Okay.
So I'm interested to see, like, with them calling all the shots, how they're going to approach that, because, well, it's basically going to show what labels were holding back that maybe they wanted to do from before.
Right.
So I'm just kind of stoked to see, like, what they can do with that, because they've always been a band that, like, wants to have, like, creative control within the realm of the band. And I've listened to a podcast with, like, the head of their label, and he was talking about how, they made some choices that they didn't want to. Well, the label was suggesting that they, go about, like, which songs to, like, play live or whatever, and, with their intuition of, like, what works and what doesn't. Whereas Periphery was kind of like, no, we want to do it this way. They have a vision, I guess, so I'm stoked to see how that vision's going to play out.
I really hope that they bring over some of the like orchestral elements that they
definitely.
rocked on like P2 and P3.
Do you like those kind of elements?
Yeah.
A lot.
They're actually
weird.
they will, because I saw through social media
Oh, they have some like little vid docs and stuff.
they
going
had
on?
some, like, photos of, like, some string players, and they
Hell
were
yeah.
recording for the upcoming thing. So
Do
yeah.
you not you don't like things like that, Patrick?
I don't know. Sometimes it can be done well. Sometimes it just sounds really theatrical, and I'm not really sure if I'm on board with the whole theatrical.
I feel like Periphery
Metal
always
thing?
struck like
Yeah.
this really nice balance where like the intros and kind of like interludes had like these like string sections or key sections and stuff going on, or even some like synth like soundscapes and things like that. And it was like really tastefully done, where it wasn't like overpowering the song, and it didn't like ride through the whole entire song. It was kind of just like these like quick crescendo moments to like kind of wake you up as the listener, like just in a genre like that where it's a lot of chugging metal, crazy ass solos, deep growling vocals, like beautiful cleans hit, or what I think are beautiful cleans by Spencer. I feel like it's a nice touch to throw in little elements that are like drastically different from the
Yeah.
rest, to kind of go like, oh, okay, like it's a bit of a palate cleanser. You have like a couple seconds to collect yourself, and then you just get like dropped in the pit of hell again.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like listening to Devin Townsend, where he has like the whole world orchestra thing going on with the vocals, I don't know. I think it's a little bit much for me.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Devin Townsend's definitely. I mean, it's amazing, like sonically, I guess, but it just sometimes makes me a little uncomfortable to listen to.
Yeah,
where I'm just like are the heavens about to like crack open, and like is a fist about to just snatch
And when you're
me
watching
up?
some of his videos, you're like, Jesus Christ.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing too, because like you'll come across artists like him where it's supposed to be like this bigger than just the music production. Like there's artwork and visuals and stuff to go along with it. And like even the live performances can get like pretty crazy as well. So I guess like maybe music like that lends itself better to this whole performance aspect. But just popping that on like Spotify and like it comes up on your shuffle after like some nice easy listening or something, you're like, holy hell, like this is a little too crazy for a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, I don't really know when a good time to put him on is.
He's got a couple songs that I just like I'll listen to whenever, but there's definitely like more than a handful when it's just like I think they're cool. I don't know when I'll put them on for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
I don't know. He has got a really huge catalog of different sounds, though. So aside from his main thing being the theatrical metal kind of thing, he's got like this album where it's like really meditative and it's really ambient. And then he's got one that's like rock and it's like, you know, like the guitars are barely distorted and it's a lot with like female vocals. And then, you know, a lot of stuff like deconstruction, all that kind of stuff is like operatic. And I feel like Periphery has now, you can tell that they're influenced by that because they take some of those aspects, especially with the new song, where they have those like operatic like O's and ahs. You can tell that's like super Townsend-y, and
those were some of my favorite parts on that new track.
Yeah, but they pepper it in. They don't like make a section where it's like the main thing. They just kind of have it like backing a melody, let's say, which I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Did you like Strapping Young Lad?
I never really gave them much of a chance. I kind of, when I found out that Devin Townsend existed, it was through Adam, and he kind of showed me just Devin Townsend's music and like as a whole, and he was, you know, playing it throughout the weeks. So Strapping was never really given much of a chance. But I've heard that they're really good. Like I've heard their music before, like a couple songs, and
you guys never gave Strapping a chance?
I always give Strapping a chance.
Ian's quite the strapper. He just doesn't want to admit it.
Can I say?
I strap.
Not
What
much
can I say? Strap on, strap off, as they say.
Straight legging, strapping.
Yeah, straight legging, straight
I
strapping.
still don't believe that's a real thing. I don't know about that.
We had a brief conversation the other day.
That wasn't brief, dude. That was a long conversation.
Okay,
that was like from your house all the way to the party.
An in-depth conversation the other day when we were on our way to this party, where I had told Ian a couple of weeks ago that I was in the washroom taking a leak, and I was washing my hands, and I'm looking in the mirror, and underneath the stall door, I just see this dude's legs sticking straight the fuck out.
And what happens when you're straight-legging it?
I assumed that he was taking a shit so intense, he had to just brace himself in a different kind of way.
Definitely not doing that. Definitely not doing that.
Ian assured me he was up to something much more nefarious and disgusting for a public restroom.
Oh, he was bumping his own ugly, that's for sure.
Slapping his Bradleys.
Slapping his Bradleys, wow.
Straight legging it.
Strapping his Scradleys.
Yeah.
I don't
for you
believe
sticking
that's a real
around
thing,
fans
man.
around.
Hey, stick around.
Is that how it went?
I don't know. Is that how it went?
No idea.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it went. And there's like a giant cartoon dude stomping through the city.
I don't think they said it like that, dude.
Yes, they fucking did.
Sticking around.
They say it that timidly.
Yeah, it's like someone has a gun to your head. You will only live if you know the words to the Sticking Around theme song.
Yeah,
Sing it.
let's get it going. Let's get it going. I want to hear this.
Around.
You're so fucking off, by the way.
Hell no.
Are we gonna get claimed for this?
No, I don't
Yeah.
think so. Right there. You fucking asshole.
That was terrible.
Stick around. You're like sticking around.
Okay, I mean, the shit is so far back in my brain. You think I'm going to fucking hit the notes properly?
I don't know. You seem pretty confident.
No.
It's true, you did.
Oh, Scradley.
Oh, dude, this is bringing back some weird memories. I remember eating a hot dog to this TV show.
Oh, you're
Did
eating
a
a
hot dog come
dog.
out of a thermos?
Yeah.
Was it already covered in ketchup and mustard?
Yeah, my mom cooked it, and then she put it in a thermos net, opened it up on the couch.
Mustard.
Good times. YTV. Oh,
Yeah.
what else would we have?
Shout
We
out
had,
Sugar Lynn Beard.
Yeah, whoever the hell that is. Oh,
Sugar, dude.
Oh, I keep forgetting her last name is Lynn Beard.
Lynn Beard.
Lynn Beard.
Yeah, so that's how it went.
Cool.
Do you remember Doug?
Doug. Oh yeah, Doug with a Quail Man. Remember?
Yeah.
He was his alter ego.
What is Doug? That sounds so familiar.
Get it together.
Was he bald?
He had like the Charlie
Like a
Brown
green
like,
shirt?
squiggle- yeah,
Yeah, okay,
like a
okay,
green
I
vest.
remember, I
And then remember his friend's name was Skeeter.
Skeeter? Was Skeeter straight legging it?
Oh well, I bet. I wonder if in that show he just like walks around with like
Skeeting?
stiff legs. That'd be hilarious.
That's fucking crazy.
Good times.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I miss vegging out to cartoons.
You can still do it if you want.
I don't think
I
so.
actually still veg out to cartoons, to be totally
You've
honest.
got this new couch, dude.
I'm okay. I don't think so.
You can put the cartoons on this screen.
I was told the
I don't
couch
think
was already
so.
christened with a nap from Ian immediately after we
Really?
left it here.
You slept on this right after?
Oh, I had to test it out. Am I wrong, guys? Am I wrong?
No, you're not. You're not wrong at all. The sad thing is,
What?
this couch is actually more comfortable than my
Yes.
couch at home.
Same.
No, it is not. It is actually not. Do not take this couch home.
I'm not gonna take it
I'm
home,
just
dude. It's already
kidding, dude.
tainted. Look where it's been sitting.
Yeah.
Look, it's been
And it's
sitting on me.
never going back out that door. Like,
No.
how long did that take you guys to get in? 30 minutes?
You guys, you were helping, dude.
I was opening my trunk and closing it to look busy while you guys trying to shove this shit in.
What is that?
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, go back up
Is that
there.
like a hyper realistic?
Go up.
Hey,
Yeah, go to that
Arnold
Hey
Second
Arnold. Yeah,
picture.
go to that Hey Arnold, the realistic one.
What kind of hellhole have we stumbled into? Are you smoking meth?
Dude, there's got to be more in this collection.
For the people who are listening, this is very photorealistic Hey
Yeah,
Arnold.
Devin's
smoking
rocking
a
some
crack
Hey Arnold
pipe.
socks, so this
Oh,
hits,
look at
Oh,
that.
this
damn.
hits really
Oh,
close to
whoa.
home for him.
Dude, is there more in this photo album?
Dude, that's disturbing as fuck. That's
Wow.
kind of like you guys
gonna
remember in
haunt
like
me in my
SpongeBob when they
dreams.
would do like the
Yeah.
hyper realistic like close
I
ups
would
of the
love
characters'
that.
faces.
I would love
Yeah, man,
that,
it was always so funny.
when he's like really dry and he's like, I need
yeah,
water.
and he'd have like sleep dust like all in his eyes and like boogers running out of his nose.
That sounds like Bobby Lee.
I'm so dry. PK, you listen to any other music this week?
No, just a lot of Danger Liker,
Oh,
believe it or not.
Why is that?
I don't know. Just pounding it away at him.
Oh, pounding away.
strapping it
pounding away,
on,
dude.
straight legging and pounding
Yeah.
away
Yeah.
at Danger Liker.
Well, thanks, man.
What's there
I really
not to like?
I really appreciate it.
Just pounding away at it in the bathroom stall, dude.
Yeah, Ian, do you
You know
want to
how
talk
it is.
about the song you guys were working on a little bit? Can you talk about it?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we've already revealed when we were on the podcast that we're working on this new album, so I won't reveal like what the name or anything is, but we're working on some new tunes, and the new one in particular that we're working on. If you've seen us play live, you've probably seen us play the song, but as far as it has been, I've been only working on the rhythms. So right now I'm just working on the leads. If you follow us on Instagram, you've probably seen a recent clip of my frustration with the lead business. So
Did you see the Snapchat
yeah.
I sent you?
No, what's that?
It's
Wait,
just me scrolling up and down on the video going, I'm getting creamy.
Oh,
Why?
It's so fucking fun.
yeah,
I'm getting
that's
creamy.
me. Yeah.
Hey, Ian, it's you.
Hey,
Dude.
hi me.
Does it feel
I'm
weird
getting-
watching yourself?
Oh, I didn't watch this with sound on. I didn't realize it was you just fucking up over and over
Yeah.
again. That's amazing.
Why don't you take a little breather? Yeah, basically listen to that the whole time I was stapling this up.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, but me just practicing.
creamy.
Yeah, but me just practicing that.
What does that
over and
mean
over
exactly?
Again.
We don't know. We don't know where it came from.
Yep.
Is it just one of those those
Oh, the
things that
sweet
comes out of
pea
your
cream.
mouth when you're getting extremely frustrated?
Yep.
Cream?
Cream.
That's pretty
Getting the
weird, dude.
cream.
You got shows coming up?
Yeah, I got some shows coming
You're
up.
going on a tour.
Yeah, a little mini fun run. I think. I
Little
know.
fun
A
run.
little toboggan,
Yeah.
if you will.
Got March 7th, Barrie, Ontario, at the Fox Lounge. March 8th, Brantford, Ontario. at our place.
Hey.
March 9th, Waterloo, Ontario at Larmony Hunch.
Hey.
March 15th in Toronto.
Toronto.
Playing in the 6 at Hard Luck Bar. March 29th. And we're playing locally here in Kitchener, Ontario, Canada at the Boathouse Sizzle.
Go for
Go for a skate.
Go for
you know,
Go for
take a look at those frozen swans that are beneath the surface, and
Oh, is that what they
Poor
do?
Swans.
yeah,
They just shove them below the ice.
What? They come back to meet life every year.
Yeah, they come
just
back-
Like,
yeah.
just like insects.
I'm pretty sure there's only one swan there, and I believe his name is like Harold or some shit like that.
really?
How do you
Oh.
know?
I was told.
I was told by.
I put my ear up to the ice, and I just heard this gurgling going, Harold.
Why was your ear on the ice?
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what's going on with me in my life, and
Dope.
yeah.
You working on any music, Patrick?
Every day, every week, new intermission songs, dude.
That's true. You guys will get to hear some of the special
Hell yeah.
little diddlies on our intro and intermission and our little outro.
Are you
stuff.
working on stuff?
No, I haven't worked on anything
Oh,
recently.
the guitar saddle. It's up on that monitor.
Cool. Thanks.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for that.
No problem, dude.
I opened Studio One this week.
Get
Oh,
the fuck
this
out of
man's
town.
open a
Devin
door.
opened Studio One.
I took some of some shit I recorded.
He took a
6
shit.
years ago,
Beautiful.
and then I tried to put a beat on it, got frustrated, and closed the program.
Oh
Sickest.
no!
That's the first step to being a great success,
There we
is
go.
closing your DAW hundreds of times
See, coming
and
out.
clicking don't save. You always click don't save over and over again.
I've gotten into this weird thing where I don't save anything I work on.
Yeah,
So
I
what do
definitely
you
get
say
there.
when you're like confident that
Doesn't
it's?
fucking work on
I don't know.
You
It's
want-
not that I'm. I don't know. I just feel like. I don't know. I feel like a lot of my stuff is just toss away. I'm just trying to get some artistic weird edge off. And
Yeah,
then,
you're right. Most of it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I know.
If I'm
Just
being
listen to these
totally honest,
intermissions,
it's pretty
dude.
yeah.
yeah.
Those
Yeah, I
who
don't
can't
know.
write songs write intermission songs.
Yeah.
That's me.
I forgot to mention that there was another artist that I've been listening to. Now, I don't know if anybody would really peg me as somebody. please, nobody peg
Hold
me.
your
Put a
applause.
clown suit on and peg me.
Strap it on, straight leg it, and just peg me.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck it. So this artist, his name is Hozier. He's an Irish folk singer,
Yeah.
and he had this huge
Oh,
hit
yeah.
like 2 years
Hozier.
ago, like "Take Me to Church"
Yep.
or whatever.
Yeah.
The rest of his catalog, like at least to me, far supersedes that song in like a big way. And I really like the music that he puts out. And
Yeah,
he
he's
just
pretty dope.
he just put out great guitar player on top of being a great singer. And he just put out I believe it's a 4 or 5 track EP, and some of the songs are on like the same level as "Take Me to Church," like clearly trying to get some radio play. There's one song in there that I'll have to show you guys after the podcast where I can't recall the name of it either, so I'm pretty shit here. But he like nails some really cool polyrhythms, and it was like really
Cool.
interesting to hear instrumentation like that in just like kind of simplistic folk music.
He's Irish, eh?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's Irish.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
No, I saw on the Googs.
Okay.
He is an Irish singer, Irish musician.
Yeah. So this was something else I was listening to as well. So I don't know if you guys are into this kind of thing. Check it out.
Was
Jackie
the
Wilson is a fucking
Yeah, Jackie
Jackie
Wilson,
and
great
Wilson?
tune.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah. That's
Cool.
about
Very
it.
cool. Very cool.
So I got some music news and stuff here. You guys
Yeah,
want
drop it on us,
You
dude.
guys want to get to it? So
Oh,
this-
I want to get.
Is
to
it anything about the G Rammies?
the G Rammies.
Grammys.
We will talk about the G Rammies a little bit later,
Jesus.
or we could do it now if you want.
Oh, no,
No, I'm gonna save it for later.
All right.
All right, so this first one, Misfits, I believe he's the guitar player, Doyle Wolfgang von Frankenstein,
Yes. What
had
about
this quote to say the other day. I have to do $50 meet and greets because fans are stealing our fucking music. You think I want to meet all these fucking people? I don't.
Damn.
How are they stealing their music?
I
in
was
terms
just
of
going to
what?
say, we now live in an era where music is so easily acquired through streaming platforms. Like,
Yeah.
and all those streaming platforms have free iterations where all you have to do is put up with like an ad every like couple of songs or whatever. I don't think anybody's stealing their music.
No.
No, I think at this point it's kind of. I mean, there probably is still like
There's
downloading
definitely
of
still
albums
some
going.
piracy, but I don't think it's quite on the
Yeah.
scale where this man has to use it as a means to justify
Yeah.
doing. Because basically this came up because his fans were like, "The fuck are you doing $50 meet and greets? Like you should just be like thankful that you have fans and stuff."
Did you
Like,
read into it more? Like, why did he say that? Like, where are they stealing it? What does he mean by that?
He didn't really go into it. Like that was pretty much just the quotes from him.
He is fucking beefed.
Yeah, look at his. Jesus Christ.
That looks like Johnny Depp.
Yeah, it looks like his head is cut in half though with that weird hairline.
Yeah.
I think that's the point, but
So fucking.
So metal.
Christian Bale should play him in a movie.
Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
He should be Batman.
I kind of wanted to like verge this into the this question here. So like we've kind of talked a little bit before about like is rock and roll and like that kind of section of music like dying off, or do you guys think that those musical acts are just way worse at marketing themselves than a lot of like the younger like R&B and hip hop rappers and stuff like that, like who do these like crazy rollouts and shit? Where so let's okay, I'm gonna say look at Taylor Swift. She does like these massive like album rollouts, tons of promotion, tons of like doing interviews, stuff like that, posters, you fucking name it, it's out there. But then you have somebody like this who's gonna bitch about their music being stolen and they have to do $50 meet and greets. But have you ever seen a bit of promotion or any sort of rollout for
I
their
don't
kind of
think-
music? Like, do you think these
Yeah.
guys are just, personally, I feel like they're just lazy, you know? Like, we don't live in that era where you can just put out music and people are gonna go fucking listen to it. Like, you gotta put a little bit of legwork in.
I don't think they're releasing music fast enough like you can with rap and R&B and all that other shit. That
Yeah.
shit just comes out rapid fire, but with rock music and stuff, you got to put time and effort into it.
Because it's a whole band
Yeah.
performing each of their respective instruments.
And then you can't just like release singles as that
You
kind
could.
of,
I think
as
you-
that kind of band.
I think if they tried to give it a shot, they could, because I think when you kind of initialize the question, I'll have to kind of side with the latter, which is like you said, like they have poor marketing, and it might not even be up to them. It might be that they've been just so used to having like management,
Yeah, just a
and
label
all
handle
this-
it all
a
for
label
them.
handling it, that maybe the label that they're under
True.
is like the guys who are kind of running that operation, or at least whatever marketing because I'm sure like a label has like many marketing agents, and then they assign those people to like 4 or 5 bands or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I would imagine, at least, because it's not just like one guy per label, right?
Yeah,
It's like
right.
a team of people, and then they probably just give them like pools of bands. But I'm assuming whatever guy's been behind the scenes
Who
of
put all these
them-
bands in my pool?
Yeah, yeah. They don't even know how to swim. They're not even within arm's reach. How are they supposed to save each other? Did they all eat a half hour before they jumped in? But anyways,
think they're
what I'm
crazy.
trying to say is like maybe that person who's behind all that like just can't figure out like that kind of way of marketing through social media that's maybe, I don't know, giving them the success that they aren't understanding that they're not getting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's totally like hitting the nail on the head.
And they're getting frustrated when they say stuff like, oh, we have to do meet and greets, because maybe their manager's like, do a meet and greet. You know, maybe that's how you get some extra money. And they're like, oh, that's a great idea.
Remember the meet and greets back in the 90s?
Yeah.
Sold thousands of records at Tim's meet and greet. You know, like, fuck, that shit just doesn't work.
Thousands
Like,
of records at a meet and greet. Jesus Christ.
No, people show up to get their fucking record signed, and you happen to do it in a record store, and people show up and they'll buy the record just to get it signed. I'm
Okay.
not saying they're necessarily selling thousands of
Thousands.
records. That might be a little bit of an overestimation, but you get the point, I think.
Yeah.
Since marketing digital media for listening to physical CDs, do you think these guys are just being too old,
Oh,
mad at their cell phones, and then they just can't do marketing because it's all online marketing?
that was one of his points as well. He was like, I can't believe that our music is up on like Spotify and Apple Music and shit like that, but you only get a fraction of a cent per play. But I just don't think he was wrapping his head around the fact that like a single play is not somebody buying your record. It's not the equivalent to somebody buying your record.
Yeah.
A single play might not even be going through the whole song. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
It's a
So-
fraction of your body of work, so you get a fraction of the value of that body of
yeah.
work.
And I mean, granted, you know, musicians maybe should get a little more,
Definitely.
but that's the ongoing, you know,
It is pretty crazy how little they get.
debate. It is crazy how little they get. I'm not trying to play devil's advocate, not calling Spotify the devil, but what I'm trying to say is like the fact that there is a service since like the whole Napster wave of, you know, kind of deconstructing the music industry, the fact that we have a service that you can choose to pay for, and either or the result is that you still get an unlimited amount of free music, and the fact that that free music, like when you play it just off of the internet, that can still bring at least a fraction of a cent into the artist's pocket is like still a pretty crazy thing. But you know, I think it's time is running out where they can get away with giving the artists as much as they do now.
Definite. Well, is it though? Because I mean, for decades you've had distribution companies and labels fucking the artists already and giving them a pittance of what their music was worth, albeit maybe in the form of an upfront sum, so it seems larger. Where with streaming platforms and shit, the money just comes in slowly in the forms of royalty checks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, do you think it's much different? Because I really don't, to be totally honest.
What do you?
And
What's much different? Sorry.
Do you think artists are truly making that much less off of their music being listened to than
think
they
so.
were at one point?
I think per play, now that plays are measured through streams more than they are like buying a CD, like with the packaging and everything, because I think that's where, well, like when you would go and buy a CD, you'd spend what, like $10 to $15.
Yep.
Let's say maybe
Maybe
8
a
to
little more.
Yeah, maybe a little more on an artist, and that wouldn't even regard packaging because it just depends on, I guess, whatever, just how much the industry is valuing the artist.
Right.
But anyways, now that market is, I don't want to say it's becoming obsolete, but obviously people stream more than they do buy CDs. So that's what I'm trying to say with, I think time's running up with, now that streams are more of the predominant like platform of listening to music and taking it in, that money now should be distributed at a larger like quantity for
Larger
the artist.
percentile for
Yeah,
the artist. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
Because right
no,
now
I
I don't
agree.
even, there's a cool like infograph about like each streaming service, which is like Spotify, Tidal,
Yeah, this is
whatever,
how much they
whatever,
give to
and
the
then they
artist.
show how much
But
per play. But
the-
that might be from like 2015 or whatever.
Yeah, I remember seeing an infographic like that. I feel like a lot of people have to look not only towards the streaming platforms, but the labels are also still trying to play that middleman game, because they're realizing that artists like, let's say, Danger Liker, don't necessarily need a label anymore. You guys can go out to an independent distribution platform that there are options that they don't take royalties from you, but you pay a subscription fee for them to
Right.
send your music out, or there are options where you send it out for free and they take a royalty of like whatever, right? But you have larger acts who get signed to a label. That label wants their chunk of the money. Then they're making deals with that label's entire back catalog to go out to streaming platforms, but the label's still like trying to take their money. Do you think that's cutting in to the amount of money that these streaming platforms are willing to give out to artists?
Well, I was watching a video with, I think it was Deadmau5. It was his masterclass, and he was talking about the industry, and he was talking about how major labels usually have a deal with like streaming platforms. So like, let's say whatever label has a deal with Spotify. Spotify will give that label like a chunk of money so they can put their artist on Spotify.
Yeah.
But usually when the label gets that chunk of money, they don't know how to distribute that.
Why not? Isn't that their job?
Yeah,
Because
isn't that what they-
yeah, but no, that's what he was saying, because
Oh, okay,
just like
okay, yeah.
that's the way it is, because like a lot of like big label heads are, maybe they're just not, you know, hip with the times. Maybe
Right,
the
right.
shots
They go,
they're calling.
Oh,
are-
hey, we don't have to pay for packaging and
Yeah.
traditional
We're just given this
marketing
large amount of
means.
money by
Here's this
Spotify.
huge chunk of money. Okay, here's so and so artist. Here's a $1 million advance. Get to work on your next record, and we'll hold on to this $50 million that we were given from Spotify.
Yeah, and they don't know how to handle that money that's given. They don't know where to put
Oh, they know how
that.
to handle it.
Well, I'm sure they.
spend it.
Yeah, they know.
They take it.
The fuck are we
But you
looking-
know what I'm trying to say is that I think Spotify has deals with labels to like give them huge chunks of money to put artists on their platform as an exclusive thing, like only on Spotify, you know. And as a result of that, when the labels get that money, is like they're not distributing it fairly.
Right.
Whatever they're doing with it is they're getting like a good amount of money to give to their artists, but however they're distributing that is well, that's the problem. Whatever that is, whatever that gray area, that issue is, like that's the problem. So
Can I just ask a quick question? What the fuck were we just looking
Yeah,
at?
Devin.
yeah.
We got to call a little sidebar. What's this man
Yeah.
bringing up in front of us to
Yeah.
sabotage the
Why are you
show?
googling hip old men?
Label head.
Oh my god. Are you
Oh
kidding me?
god.
That's insane.
Dude looks fresh though.
Yeah, he looks fresh.
Yeah,
man.
that's what he did with all Spotify's money.
he spent it
I
on.
want 100 traditional tattoos.
Give me
Oh
those
my
camo
God.
pants.
What do they call them? Sunglasses? Bay-Rans?
Bayrand.
Well, who do you think is kind of at fault? Do you think artists need to educate themselves a little bit more on the industry that they're involving themselves with and maybe lawyer up before they start signing contracts?
always be
or at
lawyering up.
least know like what they're signing on for.
You should always lawyer up.
So I know it's
Yeah.
a big issue right now with a lot of young up and coming like hip hop acts. Like I'm talking like 15, 16, 17 years old where
Lil
a label
Pump.
comes to them. Yeah, Lil Pump.
The pumps.
Where the label will come to them with a contract and they'll go, "We'll buy you a Bugatti and give you $500,000 if you sign this contract, and all you have to do is make one album for us." But that's not necessarily what's written in the contract.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it what's written is you can go and make records with other companies, but we are going to be taking 50% of the
Exactly.
royalties from all your future works for
Yep.
your next 10, 15 projects. But these artists are just going, "Well, I want a fucking sick car, and this is more money than I've ever
all sign
seen
it.
in my life."
Yeah, they'll
Like,
sign it away.
I get why they sign it. Like I totally see where they're coming from, but like how do we start this kind of discussion with them?
They're just
know?
jumping the gun, I think.
Yeah, because I think with bands, like bands are now starting to get more wise to when labels approach them, and like
Definitely.
even being independent is now an option that is feasible. It doesn't, like it's not like a risk. Well, it is a risk. Like it's your own money, right? When you go independent, whereas a label, they advance you some money and they put it into like professional marketing rather than, well, depending on, if your marketing agent sucks and he's like sucks at social media, then your money's going down the toilet.
Right.
Unless you got, a
Well,
person.
that's the
in-
funny thing too, right? Because like a lot of marketing rollouts is done on social media, so it's like you can even just cut that out of the bill as well. Like, I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like,
for sure.
like if anybody's slightly technologically savvy, you can just pull off your own like viral marketing campaigns.
Yeah, I think if you're just keen to like how to use the technology, then as obviously you can, have a good independent career. A lot of artists are like that. When it comes to a label though, and just kind of being quick to jump to the first offer, I think it depends on just the team you have. When you're in a band, you're already with a team.
Right.
When you're like a solo artist doing, let's say, like hip hop, and you work with like one guy who either produces your stuff or like books or whatever, it's based on your guys' judgment. So if you're thinking like, okay, if you're both just quick to jump to like a decent amount of money, but you're not caring about any of like the percentages of what they own, then I think that's kind of where, people need to educate themselves more. But I think it's just going to take this whole new wave of like labels now knowing how to get with the times, and them approaching younger artists. Now they kind of know how to like work the system to like reel them in and then possibly exploit them.
Right.
Whereas like, I don't know, some artists like, they start their own labels like J. Cole and stuff like that, where
Yeah.
they can just kind of like call the shots themselves, or Periphery if we're looking at a different realm.
Sure.
I don't know, when it comes to like just being an up and coming artist like myself, I really don't know what's going to happen if, you know, the stars aligned and the label was to approach us. Like, I've seen enough interviews with other bands and listened to enough podcasts that the best option would be to own 100% of your masters.
Yep.
But that
It's a little
seems like
unfeasible.
it seems like it can be done only if your band is like really high in demand. So I was watching a podcast with Periphery, and they were talking about how Sumerian kept approaching them, which Sumerian's like a really well-known label that has a really like good roster of like metal bands and hard rock bands. And so they kept approaching Periphery being like, hey, we want to sign you guys. And they're like, well, we want to own 100% of our masters. And they're like, that's not going to happen. So they kind of screwed off and they signed a deal with somebody else, but which let them keep 100% of their masters. And then when Periphery and that whole movement of music was starting to blow up out of nowhere, and then Sumerian was like, okay, well, how about this? And they're like, well, no, we're going to take 100%. And then they were like, okay.
So Sumerian started to see like potentially how much cash Periphery might have to work with.
Yeah,
and was like, we'll sell them back to you, kind of thing.
Basically, if a label sees that your music is in demand,
Right. They
You-
know now there's a price.
you have more leeway of like what you want to get out of the deal, I think.
Sure.
Whereas, you get more leverage, because I think if you're just kind of trying to be the next something and not the
Right.
first something,
Yeah.
when you're trying to be the next something, you'll
and
have less
mean,
leniency.
I guess like when you're starting to take off now, you have money that can pay for legal fees, and you can hold a company up in court and potentially look for loopholes and stuff like that. It might just be easier to settle out on something like that. Yeah, I only wanted to bring it up just because you guys are like an up and coming band, right? Like, and these could potentially be things you guys will have to think about. I was just kind of curious on what your thoughts on it were.
Yeah, I listen to like I'm kind of trying to be an industry nerd because it really intrigues me how it works.
Yeah,
but
it's exciting.
because I'm not like at that stage where I can throw myself into like that league, I don't
Right.
really know the ins and outs. I can only
Right.
hear about how they
You're just,
function.
like, playing like these theoretical
Yeah.
scenarios in your head.
Yeah,
from
like
what
people.
you hear from other people.
Yeah, and people have said like, watch out for this, make sure you do this, think these things carefully, learn how to say no, all these kinds of like basic, business tips. But I think it's only until you interact with, because as weird as business, like dealing with business is like a numbers thing, an economics thing, it is like a very like it's a sales thing and it's a personality thing. So when you're like interacting with people to better your business, which is your brand, which is your band, I guess in my case, like you're interacting with other people who want to be involved in your business. So those personalities, like, you don't know if they're either going to be like really looking out for you or they're really manipulative, because everybody always talks about how the entertainment industry is can be shady, or you got to really watch out for who you make deals with. So I think only until I start making those interactions will I be able to like kind of sharpen my judgment. But for now, I can only understand like how things work, but only until maybe if a label was to ever approach us. I don't know how likely that is, but if they were
100%.
to,
100%.
if they were, it's, I don't know. I don't even know like what the deal would be,
Right.
like how friendly or professional this person is. Like I don't know. I have no
Sure.
idea. I have no idea what to expect.
Sure, yeah, but by no means am I trying to have us come off as like anybody who's in the know on shit. This is just kind of like a little theoretical debate I wanted to throw out.
Yeah. Sorry, I got caught up into it. I
dude,
just
that's
am
that's
really
exactly what I
really
wanted
passionate about this kind of stuff.
to hear. Like from my perspective, just like you, I'm really interested in how the industry works, the ins and outs of it, the mechanics of it, the metagame, which all just comes down to a handshake, the mathematics that go into play on top of it. I kind of feel like a lot of artists, maybe older artists, should act sort of as like elder statesmen almost, like maybe mentor younger acts and stuff like that on these kinds of things and teach them about the places where they got screwed over their career. And I mean, art, it has been getting better and better. Like this isn't like the 40s and 50s where people were like given like fucking, I don't know, $10 and like some record label exec owns all of their work and that person never sees like any royalties or anything off of it. Like
That's what
how it
happened to
worked?
TLC.
Yeah, like
What happened with TLC?
They got screwed over, just like I don't really know exactly in a number sense and statistics like what happened to them, but they basically got nothing out of their like record deals.
That's why they moved to TV shows.
Like Storage Wars. Pawn Stars. Well,
Damn,
what
that
if I have
sucks.
really good talent and you know I want to be recognized by the world? Best I can do is
Storage Wars.
best I can do it. Oh well, let's see here.
That's
What is
not
this?
TLC.
What is this? Where's TLC? Give us TLC, you
That doesn't look
clickbaity
like TLC.
website. Come on.
Oh, you went to one of
click
these.
next, view 10 ads, and then we'll show you what you're looking for.
What a smart way
my
to make
God.
money, though.
These are all gonna be country artists, Flynn. Flynn. Okay, so Flynn's looking through.
It's okay,
like,
calm down.
times that record company screw the artist. There it is. TLC.
It's not going to give us any information.
TLC gave hope to a generation of young black women who wanted meaningful, powerful representation in the mainstream. It could be argued that without TLC, we would have no Destiny's Child and therefore no Queen Beyonce.
No.
Unfortunately, despite all their
Queen.
talents,
Queen.
TLC still got screwed, but they were smart enough to take action. By the time TLC released their sophomore album, Crazy, Sexy, Cool, the group was the biggest selling girl group of all time. Despite the millions the band bought in, they had to file for bankruptcy because of the insanely bad deal with LaFace Records.
This
The band was
doesn't help.
entitled to just 7% of the revenue
Ooh.
from their album sales, and you'll never guess how little that sum actually was. Wow, 7%. And if that's
They got
amongst them
fucked.
three, that's 7%.
Right.
Oh my God, that's
They got
35,000
Holy
each.
Fuck.
yeah, sweet. I can buy a Toyota Corolla with that.
I
souped
make
up.
more in
Yeah.
a year at my bullshit fucking day job.
God
Holy.
damn.
yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, well, speaking of TLC, I have another little news point here if you guys want to get into it for a couple minutes before our break.
Yo, let's get into it, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's take a look
so,
at it.
Yeah, crunch the numbers, please.
a new BBC report finds
Excuse me?
a BBC
BBC.
report
Yes.
found you fuck. I lost my train of thought. For Christ's sake.
God damn it, Patrick.
Okay. I got it. A BBC report has found that there's about 3 times more male pop stars than there are female pop stars.
How many times more?
3 times.
Give me here one more time.
3 times.
Wow.
The number 3.
That was 3 times.
Let's thank Patrick for that.
Thank you.
Thanks, Patrick.
No problem.
So why do you think that is? Do you think this is an issue
Well,
like
to me, that was really surprising. I would have expected it to be the other way around.
With
I
pop
felt
stars,
like
yeah.
female artists are easier to market.
now what so it was 3 times more, but that amount, is that like what amount of that are chart toppers?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So like how much percentage of female pop stars, because it's like, yeah, sure, there are 3 times as more male pop stars, but it's not to say that they're good pop stars. It might just mean that
But
they're
girls like pop music more than guys do.
yeah, but
well, that's why I was thinking. But maybe that's why there's more male.
I'd be
pop
interested in
stars.
seeing that actually. How many female pop stars compared to male are in? Oh, there we go.
Top 100 best selling.
Top 100 best selling. Huh. Why is that? Why is that?
There's more male pop stars because little girls.
No,
like
but
them.
but I mean, no.
Girls want to go see male pop stars more than they want to see.
That's
female
true.
pop
Oh
stars.
yeah.
That's
So
true.
if it's a sales thing based on
17.
2017,
Nothing.
Woo!
That
is the Backstreet Boys, did they do a reunion tour and inspire a bunch of people?
what's that
maybe.
one with? I think it's called BTS.
the K-pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, K-pop.
Maybe
group?
that's what fucking showed
Oh
up.
Yeah,
yeah,
could've
that
been
could
that.
play a big role as well. I didn't even think of
Yeah.
K-pop groups because I know that's like just like a rampant wildfire.
Yeah, that's just going crazy.
It says acts credited on top 100 best-selling singles. Could that just mean that
Acts
more
credited.
males are just on the top 100 these days than females?
Yeah,
That's
that's
what-
essentially what it looks
Yeah.
like it reads as.
Boy band pop stars, like it could just mean that demographics have changed. Rap's more prevalent now.
Yeah, it
Could.
could. It could. Yeah, I can.
But females
sense
been
of
like a
that.
Well, I
steady.
assume the BBC wouldn't just look at every act. I assume they would look into pop and sub-pop genres.
Females been at a steady like 25%.
Yeah, it seems like really consistent
Yeah.
across the board.
It's not
Males
even
though. What's happening?
It looks like males took a huge jump around like
2013.
2011.
They just started
Is that when like the Jonas Brothers and shit were rocking?
started pumping out those hot twinks.
Yeah.
I think, when did Justin Bieber come out onto the scene?
Yeah, I think he was around like 2009, 2008.
What?
Hot twinks? Do you want to get into the definition?
Yeah, you can get right out of there. Yeah, you can get right out of there. You can get right out of there. Do not
All right.
Google search that ever again.
All right. Well, we don't have a lot of
Yeah,
insight
you
onto this.
just
I just
searched
thought it was an interesting little thing.
No.
All right, we have Devin over on the computer
we just
backup research
we
for
just
us, and he
goat-seed
searches
him
up
hard.
Hot twinks,
And he didn't know what it
in
was.
for a rude awakening.
Yeah. Look at my browser history, please.
Holy
All right, well,
fuck.
we just hit 1 hour in. I think we're going to cut to a little break, and Devin
Yeah.
can have a little more alone time with the Hot Twinks.
Hot twinks.
BRB.
Yep.
Hi.
Yo, hey.
Welcome back. We're back from our little pee break, and we had some little snackies. Hey, Ian.
Nice of you to join us.
Ian's having a nice, refreshing sip of water,
What's up, y'all?
waving at our sweet mothers.
The only 3 people watching.
Hi, mommy.
My mom probably gave up an hour ago.
Watch this go here.
Oh, she in chat?
Uh-oh.
Y'all pussies. That's what she's saying in chat.
Your mom?
She's saying that to all the other gamers on YouTube.
Your mom says that?
Yeah, she's probably watching a bunch of people play Fortnite and Apex Legends.
My son's better than you.
Y'all pussy.
It's quite a nice mom you got.
Speaking of Apex Legends, remember how I was telling you guys about that last week?
Nope.
It's like a battle royale, sort of like Fortnite or like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Oh,
Whatever.
yeah, I do remember that.
What about it? What about it?
So I played a couple more matches,
Yes.
and I got so angry to the point where I was punching my own hand off, and I just looked at Lauren and I was like, I don't think I'm ever gonna play this again.
It's probably for the best.
Do you guys ever get that mad at something?
No.
Where you punch your own hand off?
No.
I damaged it. I was like, ow. I'm hurting my own body.
What brought you to this point?
I picked up some weapon and it was really trash, and I like unloaded a couple clips into a dude and it just didn't like nothing, and then
Isn't that your own fault, though?
no, I hit him with every fucking bullet, and then
But
he
it's your
just
own fault for
then
picking
he
up the
just
weapon.
punched me like, yeah, I didn't know it was a bad weapon at the time.
Unbelievable.
And then he just like punched me twice and I died, and that was extremely frustrating.
So why don't you use your fist more often?
I'm afraid of hitting Super Saiyan level 3 and accidentally punching my own hand.
I meant in
right
the game, dude.
Yeah, that's it. I just want to tell you guys that you don't have to worry about me. I'm not going to play that game anymore.
Yeah, we're worried about the other games that you play.
It causes me too much. Oh, the other 200?
Yeah.
I'm going to keep playing those.
Oh, okay.
When do you think you'll quit?
Never.
Never?
Lauren and I talk about this sometimes, and she's like, do you think you'll play games when you're like retired or like, I don't know, like 60 or 70 years old? I'm like, yeah.
Really?
I
Do
feel
you
like
think-
retirement homes will be filled with like
Smash Bros tournaments?
Yeah,
me
exactly.
too.
LAN parties?
yeah LAN parties. There's like StarCraft going on, and then there's like Smash Bros. And then there's like a VR like booth where some
Well, I
guys
mean,
like
it's so weird
living
because
his 13-year-old self.
I know this isn't a video game podcast or anything, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it is.
veer
Today
on a
it
little
is.
veer on a little thing. Yeah, I guess it's just the three of us. We can talk about whatever we want.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, it's weird like the time we live in, because even when we were like little, like between the ages of 0 and like 10 years old,
That was never 0, dude.
Yeah.
Not once.
What's this all this zero bullshit?
between the ages of zygote and 10,
Okay.
Now you're speaking our language.
Video games were still like kind of nerdy. Like not everybody played them. It wasn't like as widely accepted as it is now. And even a decade before that, it was like super niche almost, right?
When did you,
Yeah.
who got you into gaming?
There was always like game consoles around. I think like my big introduction to it was like Easter one year. I don't remember how old I was, but my mom bought my dad an N64 as an Easter present. I think it was for like the rest of us as well. I hope it was, because I kind of took it over. But yeah, that was like the first game console that we had in our house. But if I remember correctly, like my uncles both like they had like consoles and stuff, and I would go play like Tekken and like Dead or Alive beach volleyball, and I'm like 6 years old, and I'm like, wow, those are some huge jugs right there. I really like video games.
I'm gonna play these forever.
Yeah, I think that was kind of it.
When
My
did you
first
get into
introduction.
video games?
I forget how old I was. I think I was maybe like 4 or 5. Alan, I was about 4 or 5, right? You were like maybe like 3 or 4 years old. Yeah, and we got a Sega Genesis, and I think it was because we were at my aunt's house and my cousin had one, and we were like, you know, gawking over it. So I don't remember how long after that, but our dad like took us to the store, got us a Sega Genesis. I remember with this Ronald McDonald video game, and
Dude, I had the same game.
and I just remember like playing it like really late at night with like the lights off in the apartment building, and just like
It was a horror game, but you turned it. It wasn't a horror game, but you turned it into one.
this is your future.
That game was pretty addicting, though.
I
Oh,
don't-
you know what he's talking
was it
about?
like a
Yeah.
platform kind of, you know, like
Yeah.
Mario ripoff kind of game?
Yeah.
Okay,
Did
cool.
Grimace ever make a cameo?
Yeah, or the Hamburger.
Grimace, the purple
Yes,
McNugget.
he did.
You guys ever wonder what Grimace is? Like, he looks
Just a
like a
spoiled
nugget.
McNugget.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, he fell
you know
under
what
the
he
fryer.
is? He is a physical entity of gluttony.
Really?
No.
Like, I don't know. Once you said that, I kind of like imagine this whole like.
Oh, look at that one
commercial-
right there.
This whole commercial campaign in my head.
Make America grimace again.
Oh my god!
No.
Nice. Nice.
What
That's
a
a
weird
good one.
character.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he is. I don't know what he could be. Maybe he's like the most neutral
What the?
being ever.
What's the first?
I don't want to.
I don't know what that's kind of unsettling.
Do you like playing horror games?
I don't.
I'm a
well,
Resident Evil guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Whenever it like if someone has it at their house or something, like I've rented it a few times way back in the day
Why'd you say it like that?
because it was way
How old are you?
29, 7.
yeah.
Way back in the day,
Way back in the days of Blockbuster.
dude.
I busted a couple blocks in my day.
Yikes!
That's a lot of PSI.
How many discs did you resurface?
Just one, baby.
I don't know. I kind of miss Blockbuster.
My
You guys
dad-
want to take a road trip out to the one remaining one in Alaska?
Is that
Yeah,
the
there's
only one left in the world?
There's one left,
Why?
and I believe it has its own Twitter, and it makes like funny jokes and shit, like, "Yo, fuck Netflix, we out here."
They were.
got-
Didn't they want to start a streaming service?
Netflix approached Blockbuster
Back in
and
the
offered them
day.
going to be a thing.
an investment opportunity, and yeah, Blockbuster turned them down because they were like, "That's stupid. Nobody has internet fast enough."
What?
But the thing is, that they were first like a DVD shipment thing, weren't they? You would just like order a DVD and Netflix would drive it to you.
literally can
Deliver it?
still get that service.
Why?
there's a Netflix specific link you can go to, and it's not every new movie is available, but there are movies available that you can still
That's so weird.
get snail mailed to you, and you just send them back, kind of like Redbox or whatever.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is super weird, but I guess like it makes sense because there are still areas where their internet is so bad that they can't stream anything. Like
Alaska, I guess.
areas of Alaska, yeah, like all they have is like satellite internet, and at best it's running at like a couple 100 kilobytes or whatever. So like,
Jeez.
I don't even think it's like barely enough to stream like a 360p movie or whatever.
Wait until Alaska catches up and gets their fucking high-speed internet, dude.
Well,
it's going to be crazy.
I know.
on the internet.
I believe Tesla or Elon Musk is looking into doing high-speed internet satellite solutions. So like
Worldwide.
to have like at least like a 10 megabyte connection worldwide through satellite internet,
Damn.
which I mean it should have happened years ago, but just
That's
because
cool.
It's all
big
about
cor-
the money, dude.
it's all about the money.
Our boy
exactly.
Elon.
Shout out to Elon.
Old Muskie.
Musk.
The Musk.
Musk.
Uh,
Yo, we should get him on the podcast, maybe.
you think he'd come on?
I think
That would
I
be
mean, we
super-
live in the
We
inno-
should ask him.
we live in the innovation corridor of Canada. We live in the Silicon Valley of.
We live in the
Canada.
insurance capital of
Ontario.
Canada. Or-
we
That's why my
invented the
rent's so fucking
BlackBerry.
high.
It's all you, BlackBerry. You made the rent so damn high.
Yeah, shout out BlackBerry.
Shout not to BlackBerry.
I heard they're doing pretty well in India.
I wonder why.
Yeah, me too. Probably because they make robust and durable phones that I don't know.
Oh,
They make great TV shows.
BlackBerry?
Yes, Indians.
Oh, India.
you watch a lot of Bollywood?
No, I just watched their reactions.
Oh, the reactions like on YouTube and stuff.
No, just
You
how-
watch Bollywood reactions to Bollywood reactions.
I watched the dramas, where they
What's
zoom
your
in.
favorite drama?
It's best I don't talk about it really.
Yeah, if anybody doesn't know, Bollywood has a very distinct editing style with their soap operas and dramas.
Let's pull it up.
Yeah, Devin can look something up. I'm sure it won't be too hard to find. PK, you want to recommend a video that he pulls up? What was that?
Babadi.
What was that?
Babadi.
Can you spell that?
BOBIDDY.
Second one. It's the
Bollywood.
second one.
That's it.
Throw that up on the green screen, boy, for everybody to see.
Scene from my favorite show.
Damn.
No, Al,
What is that thunder? I can only imagine that yeah, it's real, dude. There's a bunch of edits like that. I can only imagine that the editor is like a 9-year-old that's been like making dank Minecraft videos his whole life.
Yo, it's like they cycle through literally every sort of edit.
Yeah, it's like when somebody puts every filter onto a photo
Fuck,
and just
it's so
turns it
funny,
into a
man.
pixelated mess.
Ooh, we got the 60-year-old knees.
It's all that straight legging. You dudes want to talk about some more music?
Maybe
sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Drop it on us, dude.
Yeah, drop it steaming hot.
Tesseract
Come on.
is going on tour with this steaming hot band, Dream Theater. Does that excite anybody here?
No.
Yeah,
It excites me a little bit. I mean,
Are you gonna see it?
I look back to a day when Tesseract was like this little
Yeah,
kind of like niche-y band that like Ian and Devin were like really into, and I'm like listening to them, and they were like garnering a little bit of a following. I don't think at that time I would have ever imagined seeing them with a fucking monolith of a band like Dream Theater.
yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
But Tesseract went on tour last year with Megadeth. So
There you go.
yeah,
That's a weird pairing.
yeah, Megadeth. I forget who else they went on tour with, but I think Gojira was in the mix and somebody else. I think it was also like Meshuggah or something.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if it was a tour or a show, but
Still.
still, it's pretty cool.
Sounds like an awesome
Are you
fucking
gonna go
show.
see it?
If they come around here, yeah. I didn't check where the tour was heading. Hopefully it's North America. I would love to go see that.
Would you?
Yeah, I would. Would you
Yeah.
guys check it out?
Oh yeah.
Probably not.
Well, it
Yeah.
depends. I mean, like, if I can go out and see it, I don't know. Like, Dream Theater is a band that I never really, like, kind of went through their whole discography religiously as much as I did, like, other bands, like,
Right.
whoever. But I really respect them and the fact that they shaped this whole kind of new wave of...
Yeah,
You
I'm
know,
kind of
like
in the
metal.
same boat. I never
So-
did like the crate dig on Dream Theater. I'm aware of some of their works. I've listened to enough Dream Theater to have a feel of what kind of band they are, but it's more of like a respect out of what they've done for like this section of the industry that we're really interested in. I
Yeah,
guess.
definitely.
Really?
Yeah, Chris Alves.
Chris
Shout out
Alves.
Chris
I
Alves.
was into Slipknot really, and he showed them, and it's a whole different. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Like instruments can be played well.
Chris
Like,
Alves listen to that kind of music?
it blew my mind.
I never really knew him that well.
Dark
Either.
Eternal Night by
Of the dark eternal night. Yeah, that fucking
Nice,
song.
buddy.
You fucking nailed it there, bud.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's one piece of news.
Yeah, I don't
Uh,
like Dream Theater.
Here's a piece that's a little more exciting,
Give
I
it to
think,
me,
for
dude.
all of us in the room
Okay.
here. Chance the Rapper has
Oh!
announced he has a record in the works that should be out by July.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Throw out your Chance 3 hats. Pick up
Chance
your
4.
Chance 4 hats. Wieners.
I don't know, man.
I wonder how it's gonna be though. I wonder like who he's working with.
I'm really excited. I'm worried that Chance doesn't take industry and fan criticism into play when he's making his music. And I mean, like,
Shuts himself off from everybody.
yeah, because Coloring Book was really well
It's
received,
pretty lame though.
but to Chance fans, I don't feel like it was really well received. You know, it was well received to the industry at large, but I mean,
Yeah, it's pretty shite actually.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll go back to.
yeah.
I'll just skip that.
I didn't go back to any tracks on that album.
I think there was the one song with like Lil Wayne and
Is that about a
Titty
car?
Boy.
Titty Boy.
Yeah, I think that was it. I think it was called No Problem, something like that. Problem.
Oh yeah.
That's a good song. I don't know why you guys keep mumbling through your lips at me, but that's like every country song I ever heard. Well, if we get a Chance country record,
Chance?
you better believe I'm all in on that.
No.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like Coloring Book again. I'll listen, and
Take
then
me
I'll
back
take a
to
hard
acid
pass.
rap, dude.
Yeah, dude. Like you had this brilliant formula.
I did.
Chance had this brilliant formula, not Patrick, and
Oh,
he
come
just
on,
kind of
man.
like left it. And part of me gets it, like you're an artist, you want to do what you want to do, but then the other part of me is just like, but it was fucking amazing.
Yeah, he took a pretty lame turn.
Do you really want the same
Yes.
well,
thing? You want like, do
he
you want
put
like
out-
acid rap 2.0?
I just
like,
want
what
the
do you
same-
No,
what do
not
you-
necessarily.
I
I
want the
just want
same
that same
attitude.
attitude, that same
mojo.
creativity that went into it. Like
Yeah.
it's got this definite vibe where like Coloring Book. I had
Straight
said this to you
commercial.
guys. It sounded, it was like this really commercial, poppy sounding record, kind of like Chance's Doritos commercial.
Never saw it.
Let's
Let's pull that
Dancing
up.
like a taco, walking like a nacho.
I would hope that maybe Coloring Book was just an attempt. I'm getting past this, guys. I'm getting past this.
Yeah, go for
I
it.
kind
gotta
of feel,
see
but
this.
although I kind of feel like Coloring Book was maybe just, I would hope so at least, that it was just a way to kind of assert his dominance in the industry as an independent artist. You know, maybe.
You want to see the commercial?
Yeah.
I do. I would love to see it.
please.
I haven't,
All right,
I've
hit
never
it.
seen it.
Sick car so far.
Oh yeah, it's featuring the Backstreet Boys too.
Great. Don't like it already. Why? This can't be fucking real, dude.
That's exactly what I thought. This can't be fucking real
Dude,
when I
this is
watched this, dude.
brutal.
Oh my! What? Why is this
Wow,
still
these
going?
old men can move still.
Oh, this is. Oh yeah, dude, they're all limbered up. Look at them, dude. They're like refined twinks.
Devin, you want to search that up for us?
How could you not be sick
Refined
of
twinks?
Like, you want to search that up?
How could you not be sick of performing that song?
I know. After all these years,
How long is 20 years of performing the same
I
song?
don't know. Aren't they like 62 now? Maybe.
I'm not sure. I'd have to assume they're probably like 40, like low.
Yeah, 62.
Yeah,
I think.
40s.
Yeah.
Yeah, top
Yeah.
50.
Yeah, so what'd you guys think? Are you hoping for a Chance record that's exactly like that?
Maybe you should stop
Yes.
for a bit.
It should just be called.
It seems like that commercial. I know that's like not representative of Chance's music at all. But when I saw that, it was like so fucking low effort that I felt like he just stumbled onto set and they're like, "Hey Chance, we need you to rap today." And he's like, "What? Okay, walking like a taco, nacho, nacho, nacho." It's like fucking insane.
Did I say nacho? I forgot
Oh my God.
nachos.
That was bad.
Yeah.
It's time for the Backstreet Boys to change their name.
Why?
Backstreet
Why
Men.
is it time?
No, I don't know.
We're
I
the
just saw- I just
Backstreet
saw a
Men.
weird clickbaity title there.
Because they're not boys anymore, dude. They're fucking old men.
Oh, they're in their 40s, except for Nick Carter. He's 38.
Backstreet Gramps.
Wow.
Hot off
Young
the press,
blood.
hitting 40.
Backstreet-
Young blood. Yeah, still fresh.
Backstreet Gramps,
Ain't
dude.
no DILF yet.
Yeah, so that's it.
Dude,
Chance
Gilf.
record coming out. I have a feeling it won't drop in July. It'll probably be.
Oh, kind of like
Pushed
Kanye's
back.
album was supposed to drop in January.
Yeah, where's that at?
Fucking little.
Speaking of Kanye, Designer put out a couple of tracks.
with
this-
2 eyes.
Yes.
Okay.
Put out a couple of like Lucy singles this week after a couple of weeks back calling out good music and Kanye specifically saying that Designer put good music back on the map. Just let that
Okay.
sink in for a second.
All right. All right.
Designer,
The
the
guy
guy
who
with
makes all the forest jungle noises.
yes.
Beautiful. You should put that on. That was a good one. I like that.
Yeah, if anybody's curious, there's a Designer dubbed over
Oh, we're
rainforest
searching
sounds,
it.
and it's fucking fantastic.
Oh, really?
yeah,
Dude, it's
yeah.
so fucking funny.
It's really funny. Yeah, so he dropped these singles, and in one of them, he has this line, and it's like, bars crazy like Kanye, and I thought that was really funny. And I wonder how the label takes that, because like he's still signed under them and shit.
He is?
Yeah.
What a dank.
Yep.
I want to listen to that so badly.
Yeah, we can put it on for a little snippet. You guys are gonna hear Designer in the Rainforest?
Yeah, I would love to.
Listen carefully.
I need to
listen
be
carefully.
soothed right now.
I wonder how many copyright claims we're going to get.
All of them. The wild designer, faint in the rainforest.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Isn't that the stupidest shit?
Isn't there like a Nardwar compilation of like all the sounds that he makes as well?
problem? Oh yeah, there is.
Yeah.
There is. Yeah.
So
All right, you can
fucking
kill
funny.
it. So yeah, that's
It's
going
soothing,
on.
dude.
You guys want to talk about the Alexis on Fire single?
You
that
mean the
came out?
brutal one? That sounds like a bunch of old men trying to
we
recreate
can talk
something.
about it because I remember we all listened to it together, and we all
Okay.
listened to it together,
Yeah,
right?
let's
Yeah,
talk.
we did at your apartment, right?
We listened here before.
Yeah.
We went
Oh,
to my
here.
apartment.
Yeah, before
Devin,
we
do you
went
want
to
to pull
your
up the song, or what the song name is?
yeah.
I think it was like Familiar Drugs
Yeah,
or
Familiar Drugs.
something like that.
All right, well, why don't you give us your thoughts
Yeah.
on it?
Okay, so we put it on. You hear like the familiar guitar tones and stuff, but then it never really
Somebody's going to get murdered.
busted down into that Alexis on Fire feel that we all were kind of expecting to hear. It was definitely really different. Same-ish in some aspects, but I mean, it was
so
like
did you like it?
I don't know.
No,
if
I
it
don't
was
think
the
so.
Same in
I don't
all
think so.
aspects.
no, that's not
Just
what
like,
I'm saying.
Just like the
there
vocals, pretty much were the
yeah, I guess just because it's the same dudes, like there's remnants of Alexis on Fire in there.
Remnants of what used to be good.
Yeah, it wasn't good. I don't think.
It's
I
just-
mean,
it felt like a bunch of old dudes trying to recreate some energy that they don't have anymore.
yeah, definitely. It wasn't. It was like. It wasn't high energy and it wasn't low energy.
It's just like,
it
what
was
is
like
this?
it was like lazy energy. And we all kind of started talking, and I think I came to the conclusion that like maybe they kind of just got together over like the Christmas holidays when everybody was home, and we're like,
drunk.
hey, you guys want to like jam out? Yeah, maybe had a couple beers or whatever, hit Dallas's studio or something, and just recorded this and then put it out. I'd be interested to know if they're planning on putting out any other music, or if this was just kind of like a one-off thing, like a homage to the fans, or putting the feelers out to see how receptive people were to it.
They should
Yeah,
add that
maybe.
piano that I added. That was a pretty nice touch.
Yeah, PK was playing some MIDI synthesizer behind the track while we were listening to it.
Brought
It
it to a
actually
whole new
enhanced the experience. If that gives you any indication of
And it was
how
still
mediocre this song was.
Yeah,
Oh, it's a damn
definitely.
shame.
It was a huge turn though, like from anything they've ever done.
Yeah.
And the only thing that was really familiar was maybe Dallas Green's vocals, even like George's vocals. His screams like sounded different.
Yeah. Maybe he's just sad. He's seen too much as a paramedic around Toronto.
Oh my god.
What?
George is a paramedic in Toronto.
The music video?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, this actually. You know what? If we want to go
What
to
are you
new
talking-
releases,
Hang on.
George, the scream vocalist of Alexis
Paramedic?
on Fire, is a paramedic. In real life. Like you could get in an accident in Toronto.
Yeah, I was like, I thought you were just talking about the video.
Yeah. the
oh no, that's real.
accident, yeah.
You could get into an accident in Toronto and George could come save your life.
Dude, I'm going to do that.
I wonder how many fans he's had. too.
I love your stuff. Autograph in my blood. I love your stuff. But
Yeah,
your
we all
name
kind
into
of felt pretty lukewarm on the track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking at this on the screen, though, speaking of new releases, I forgot about this because I've just been starting to listen to this, and it's actually really good, despite it being a pretty huge turn. But it's the new "Bring Me the Horizon," and the record's called Ammo or or whatever. But it is actually really good. It's
What's
really
the
good.
feel on it? Because I've heard about it, but I haven't listened to it.
It's like super poppy, but it's really well written in terms of like they're not going for just like some songs just sound like they sound like radio rock, but some other songs they sound more like they're blending in a lot of like electronic elements, but they're like not going for like cookie cutter like chord progressions or anything like that. Like they're actually trying to like experiment with like
right.
I don't know.
They're still bringing like prog-ish elements too.
Yeah, and then there's some songs that are like really heavy, like
This is Suicide Season,
by
dude.
definition, they're like really heavy, and then some that are just like feel good, like radio rock songs, and then some like there's a song that's with like Grimes, and then it's just like a
cool.
straight up like electronic song with vocals over it, but you can tell just like
Do you
they've
like
got
Grimes?
their little pizzazz on it. I haven't listened to much of him. I just like kind of
I
like
like
look.
Grimes a lot.
Her.
Oh really? Oh, then I definitely don't know.
I don't like her.
With Bring
She's
Me the
fuck-
Horizon up on the screen right now, this kind of brings up this stupid little thing that I read today. So Alan Cross puts out like a daily kind of like, listen to this. This is what's going on in music. And I subscribe to it and I check it out most days. And the day that the Alexis on Fire track came out, there was also an Avril Lavigne track that came out. And those were Alan Cross's recommendations for the day of what to listen to.
He's getting old.
This is exactly what I thought. And he classified Alexis on Fire as a screamo outfit. And I was like, Alan, the dude who is supposed to know everything about music, the man who inspired me to like dig a little bit deeper into music throughout my whole fucking life. And he's just going to call this hardcore act screamo. It was kind of like
Screamo outfit.
Screamo outfit. Yeah, it was really weird to read that.
Straight.
And I was like,
Maybe he thought it
maybe
was
it's just
compliment.
maybe
Maybe
it's
thought it was
just
compliment.
for his audience, I guess, because maybe they're not that well versed with music
like
like that.
hardcore.
be.
What is hardcore?
You're
mean?
right.
A grouping of those bands would be called a hot topic.
A real meeting of the minds.
You
It's
just
a real
gave me
meeting of the
cancer.
minds.
Yeah. So would you recommend checking out the Bring Me the Horizon?
Oh, yeah.
Sort of.
Definitely. No. I would. I
Dive into the
definitely
Alan Cross
recommend
screamo
it.
thing.
It'd be difficult
Um,
to come into that with an open mind and trying to ignore everything that they've released in the past.
That is exactly the opposite of what you have to do. That's literally
You have to
just-
remember what they've released in the past and listen to this and go, wow.
Yeah.
We've come so
What?
far from
I would say.
Black and Blue, Ollie Sykes destroying his vocal cords to this.
Yeah, I would say that. Or if you know that.
How
because-
are the vocals on it? Are they clean?
Yeah, they're all
vocals?
clean.
Like,
They are like.
okay.
There's some of them are like raspy.
Interesting.
Like scroted notes.
Scroted?
Scrotumed. Scrotumed.
You really reached for your scrot on that one.
yeah, no, I dig it. There was, you guys know the drum and bass group Pendulum?
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
Most people do. Headed by Rob Swire.
Sorry.
Fantastic group. They did a collaboration record with In Flames. Like, I want to
yeah.
say it's probably coming up on like 7 or 8 years ago now.
I heard about that.
And that was kind of like, at least from what I'm aware of, like the first foray of like a hardcore group and like an electronic, more poppy outfit like coming together and working on a project together. And it was really cool. So I don't know, I'm kind of excited to check this out 'cause I definitely have some area of appreciation for doing something that's a little different.
What's the
Except for
track?
you, Chance, stay the same.
What's a track you would recommend checking out
Off of
off this
the new one?
BS?
I don't know because I've only really been kind of digging into it as of a couple days ago, so I'm kind of like getting a feel for like how the songs are, and it's to say that I haven't really given every song an equal amount of listens.
Which one has
But,
wooed you the most?
Like the first couple tracks are good because the first one has kind of like a really heavy electronic vibe, but the textures and the chords are really cool. And then the song after that's like a really like radio rock, you know, like monster truck, like you know what I mean, like something like that. And and then after that is it gets a little bit more like metal oriented with like, you know, low tune like grooves and stuff like that. And but then it goes into like a weird like pop kind of thing after, which is kind of strange. And then it goes into like that song with Grimes. And so the first few tracks are like enough of like a swing across the spectrum for you to kind of get a taste of like what's to come on the album. You can listen to maybe like the first, because there's a lot of tracks on that album. I believe there's like maybe
another
like
20 tracker.
It's like 14 or something. So if you listen to the first, you know, third of the album, you can pretty much get a good feel for it. You can dip your toes.
Yeah, that'll take me a
into it.
while to convince myself to listen, but I'm sure I will eventually.
Well, I'll put it on when you're here, and I'll cram
Force
her down
it.
your
Force it
throat. Yeah.
Yeah, he crams a lot of things down my throat.
Yep.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Get you creamed.
Things get weird
Is
up in this
there-
game.
Creamy.
Is there ever a case for you guys like where you've been really into a band or something and then they do like a hard pivot in the direction of the sound that they're producing?
Nickelback.
Dude.
They took
Yeah.
quite a hard turn.
Did they?
Dude, have you listened to them recently?
No.
Yeah, they went back to like
They're
being,
fucking rocking.
they're like prog metal now. But like it's the songs are like there's some parts where you will catch yourself listening to it and you're like, this is really good. And then you're kind of like, but why? Like because
I love to hate them.
yeah, you love to hate them, but you hear some of these
Nickelback
parts.
they're like masters of the hook.
Dude, they're killing it.
Yeah,
You know?
it's really strange.
Except their lyrics.
Yeah,
Something about ferrymen.
yeah, a coin for the ferryman.
Well, what's wrong with that? It's like Led Zeppelin lyrics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the problem.
I think it's just Chad's voice, to be totally honest. I feel
He just looks too much like Jesus at some points. It's kind of weird to get into Jesus metal.
But they're not even Christian rock.
He's married to Avril Lavigne, who's apparently a clone. She died in like 2003 or something in a car accident.
Okay.
And the label made a clone of her.
Pull this up. Let's see what this is all about. Avril Lavigne is a clone. I remember reading a Crackdown article that said Tom DeLonge is an alien.
Lyme disease. That's
Oh, yeah.
this whole thing says.
Oh,
That's
my
real though. She
God.
does have Lyme, or
She
have
did have
does
Lyme
have
disease.
Lyme disease.
The Avril Lavigne death hoax that won't die.
I don't want to see this shit.
Why, dude? It's interesting. It's real.
Yeah, it's music. News. Avril Lavigne is alive.
Who's gonna read it?
On the 15th,
Look how much you gotta read. Are you really gonna get into the Avril Lavigne death conspiracy?
Look at him. He's so interested. He's intrigued. Put it on the side burner for now.
Is there a headline in here that he can read?
Yeah, the title, I think.
Here you go, right there.
Look at all that evidence.
Okay, so I was looking at these, and the corners of their eyes are shaped differently, and now I'm geeking.
I'm straight
Get
geeking,
geeked.
bro.
Yeah,
Oh
apparently
my
her clone is
God.
called Melissa.
Interesting.
Hello, I am Melissa.
Melissa Lavigne. I mean,
All right, boys.
Melissa.
So I have how much time we got left? Okay,
How much?
We got like
For about
18 minutes.
5 or 10 minutes. You guys want to do some Grammy trivia?
Yeah,
Did you guys
man.
watch the Grammys?
No.
Nope.
Me neither.
All right.
This was kind of exciting for me to go over. Lots of names that I don't recognize and some names that I do.
All right, feed
So-
it to us.
I'll try to hit some. Don't bring it up for them. It'll be cheating.
Cheating?
Cheating.
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 Cheese.
I hate cheating.
Cheese thing.
All right, so we're going to start with Record of the Year. What do you guys think got Record of the Year?
Uh,
Something
I assume
by
that
Cardi B.
means biggest.
yeah.
No. This is more like a single. Like,
So I'm looking for a single.
no. What was like the biggest single of the year? It was just
Something
weird
by Cardi
wording
B.
because I thought it was the album. No, that comes later. It had a music video to go along with it.
That doesn't fucking help at all.
Politically charged. We all
Um,
like this artist. Hip hop artist.
Jay-Z.
Nope.
More
More funky on his newest project.
Ice Cube.
Also an actor.
Enough hints.
Ice Cube. It's Ice Cube.
Nope.
It's Ice Cube.
Most famously a television actor, but branching into movies now.
Ice-T.
Nope.
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover.
Childish
Yeah,
This
Gambino.
is America.
America.
Fucking
Record of the
A-buddy.
year.
Damn.
You guys
Really?
want to try one more? Yeah.
Yeah, keep going, man. This is good.
Okay.
But you got to give us. You got to put the pressure on
It's a
more.
real meeting of the
What's
minds.
the pressure on more? What does that mean?
Not-
You
not
got
just that
to
many
give us
hints.
less time and
Okay.
Okay.
Less time, less hints.
This one is album of the year. Neither of you are ever going to get this, but do you want to tell me what you thought your album of 2018 was?
mine
Either
or
of you
what
guys.
I thought it would have been.
Should have been
Should have been.
What it should have
Should have
been.
been. Would have been.
swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Brockhampton's album. Iridescence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's easily a tie between Swimming, Mac Miller, Brockhampton, and Travis Scott's Astro World.
Okay.
Still
All them
haven't-
shits were bonkers.
Okay.
And was it Scorpion, that one?
No, it was Golden Hour by Casey Musgraves.
Who the fuck is that?
Right? I think she's a country artist. Sounds
Casey
like a
Musgraves.
Musk Graves.
Musgraves.
Musky
Oh
Graves.
my god.
Sounds like a country
All right.
artist to me.
Sounds like
Keep
a
going.
country ass. Country.
Country.
Guthrie Govan.
Got 3 country.
Guthrie's got a mad
Best-
country.
Okay, you guys will probably get this one. I got this right off the bat yesterday.
Yes.
Best pop vocal album.
Was it was it Daniel Caesar? No.
Female artist.
Was it her?
No.
Was it Avril?
Female artist.
No.
Melissa Levine?
Take a real guess.
Female artist?
Yes, female artist.
Cardi B.
Nope.
You stealing my answers, punk?
Yep.
Shania Twang.
No. Relates to your albums of the year.
Kali? K-A-L-I?
Ariana Grande.
Get bent.
Oh.
Boys, come on, get it together.
Fuck that.
I know
chick,
you guys
man.
are listening to Ariana all the fucking time.
No,
Yeah.
man, she's just a
this
nice
one-
person.
Best rock performance. I'm not
Nickleback.
gonna make you guys
Nickelback.
guess. By Chris Cornell.
Oh, really?
Yep.
But he's
Good
dead.
for-
How? He's not putting on any performances. How can he win that?
Best rock album. You guys might be able to guess this one.
Nickelback.
New band
Yes.
of the last 2 years.
Monster Truck.
Really young.
Mm.
Greta Van Fleet.
Greta Van
Yeah,
Fleet.
Fucking.
Is that, that,
Gots
is
it,
that the
boy.
Nickelback?
Led
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, Led Zeppelin. Man.
I'm so hung up on this
That's the
Nickelback
cover
shit.
band. Yeah, that
Led
is the
Zeppelin
Led
version
Zeppelin cover
1.5. Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Best alternative music album. We all really like this artist.
Alice in Chains.
He's been around for ages. He's a solo artist. He plays with a band, but he it's just him.
Anderson .Paak.
Basically. Blonde.
Frank
Frank
Ocean.
Ocean.
No.
You're a
Dang,
punk.
that was a bad hit. Been around since like the early 90s.
Kurt Cobain.
Harmonica.
Oh, Bob Dylan.
Nope.
Beck.
Beck is right. He
Fucking A.
he won best alternative album.
He's still
for
winning albums,
his,
huh?
his record.
He's still winning albums.
Jesus Christ.
Best R&B performance.
Frank
Yeah, it's
Ocean.
Daniel Caesar.
Her.
Wow, we are
Yeah.
we are shit. Maybe you though.
This is a weird way
Yes, way.
of putting a genre, but it's the best urban contemporary record.
I don't want to touch that one. Why don't you just give us that
It's
answer?
the Carters. The Carters. Beyonce and Jay-Z's
Oh,
record.
of course.
Of course.
How bizarre.
They're making up their own little
Best
category,
rap
huh?
performance.
Anderson .Paak.
Anderson .Paak is one.
Cardi
Yeah.
B.
And Kendrick Lamar, J-Rock.
King's dead.
J-Rock
King's
just
Dead.
reminds me so much of Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah.
Best rap song. You
Cardi
guys
B.
should be able to get this.
Cardi B.
No.
Eminem.
Kill Shot.
No. Take a guess.
Um,
He's our boy.
Rap Devil.
Nope. Diddles Little Fiddles.
Drake Seasonally Seasons.
Drake.
Yeah.
God's plan.
Oh. Sounds like
Yeah.
it was God's plan.
What a flop.
This one, you guys can jump the gun on.
Wait, did you say he's our boy?
Yeah, he's Canadian.
Okay. I thought you meant that we like
I'll
him.
pick Tory Lanez.
Best rap album?
Drake.
Nope.
Best rap album.
You guys have said it a dozen times.
Cardi B.
Cardi B.
Who's that?
Cardi B,
Best
one
rap
of the
album.
greatest lyricists of our time.
Get
Truly a
Read it
marvel
and
to
weep.
behold.
Read 'em and weep.
I think that was all the good ones. The rest are just kind of names none of us really know or anything like that. Oh, best comedy album. Want to take a guess?
Aziz Ansari.
No. He
Louis
is a
C.K.
minority.
Louis C.K.
No.
quite a minority. Those
Louis CK
redheads.
is actually Mexican, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
No.
Morris.
Close.
Wait.
You get
Dave
one
Chappelle.
more. Dave Chappelle.
Dave
yeah.
Chappelle,
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle.
All right. We'll call it there. Did
Yeah,
you guys
because
have
we
fun?
failed miserably.
Yeah, you guys did really
Hey, I got a
bad.
couple.
I'd be interested to know how you did.
You can ask Lauren next time you see her, but I did pretty well. I think
I think Lauren's done hanging out with us.
But I also read way too much about music all the time and shit.
Oh yeah, you think we don't?
I'm not sure how much you guys read about music.
Dude, it's all we do.
Are you guys subscribed to Alan Cross's daily newsletter?
Nope.
Emails in my email box.
Are you getting all the hottest screamo bands from Alan Cross?
Yeah.
Because only Alexa's on
Screamo
fire.
outfit, dudes. Come
Yeah.
on.
The red screamo apparatus.
Oh my god. Do you feel like a man?
Okay, so do you guys want to do our little sleeper songs right now?
The hell, man?
Just play a little track you think the people should hear?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh shit. Okay, I got one.
Okay, put yours, or Devin will bring yours up.
Okay. Nickelback.
Oh, you
Coin for the
fucking god.
ferryman.
Put on something worthwhile.
You'll
No,
like
it's
it.
it's actually.
Coin for the ferryman.
So why are you putting this on?
Because I was blown away, and I shouldn't have been. I don't want to admit to listening to this, but I will because I'm being vulnerable here.
Sweet.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, man. Happy to hear that.
Pop it on. Turn it back down to where it was.
Hello, everyone.
How about fuck, what's that other band that Papa Roach?
What'd you guys think? I fucking hated that.
remember Papa
That new
Roach?
Papa Roach? You hated this?
Yes.
Dude, you got to listen to the album.
That
There's like-
guitar was shredding.
Dude, when their solos come on, you're
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is
That
Yeah.
this?
shit is
It's
crazy.
actually-
Where is this coming
that shit
from?
is crazy well produced, but I'll stick to it. Chad Kroger's voice is just
Yeah, you can't get past it.
it's like what's that disease called?
Foot and mouth.
Misophonia, where you just hear things and it makes you
man.
ill.
Really clever one
Isn't
there.
that a soup? Miso soup?
Misophonia?
Misophonia.
It's actually a real.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
where
I
people
thought the way you're
It-
pronouncing
no,
it made
I
it
thought
sound
was a joke.
like such a joke.
I
Isn't
thought
that
it
when
was a
people are like
joke.
chewing
Misophonia.
food and you can't handle the sound?
Yeah, people slurping food, chewing gum, that kind of thing. It makes you ill.
Put on the new Papa Roach too, maybe, huh?
Well, let the rest of the song play. I'm trying to hear
Nah,
the
it's
solos
okay,
here.
man.
No, you committed to the song.
I didn't. You did. You're the one who's committed. I think you like it because you want to listen to it more.
To be honest, there's other songs that are better than this.
Yeah, I
'Cause
just-
this one's more like a
why'd you pick
country
this
metal
one?
song.
because I don't know the name of any other song.
Okay.
Oh, right here.
We're smoking dynamite. Holy fuck!
Dude, Evan showed me this song and I was fucking pissing my pants, man.
What does that mean?
You got the best weed, dude.
Is it? Did they release the song the day Canada legalized pot?
I think so.
That's crazy.
Oh, man. Where are the solos, though?
Oh, no idea.
Dude, you studied this shit. I think we could skip through this until we get to a solo, maybe.
No.
No, now that I listen to it more, I'm not really...
What is this album cover? It's kind of
Dude,
dope.
he's feeding the machine, bro.
Oh.
My
Oh,
bro.
he's just a machine.
Dude, just
Yeah, look, he's actually right there. Those are his balls.
So,
smoking dynamite. We're smoking dynamite.
dang, yo, I want to smoke some Chad Kroger.
Yo, you got some of that Kroger?
That's... They're pulling off all the fucking gimmicks here, eh?
Dude,
No, the other songs
Listen
have
to
like,
the other songs,
like
man.
super low tuned like samples in there that are like used only once in the song of like.
there was definitely
really-
a better example, but
Yeah.
this is the only one that I can remember because it's
Alright.
got such a crazy name.
It does have that monster truck vibe to it, though.
That's what I-
That,
that's
like,
what I was saying.
chugging. Wow, what the hell was that? Was that the Dynamite? Well, that's pretty crazy, huh?
Oh, there it is.
That's actually sick. What the fuck? I'm actually mad.
I don't know what they're doing with their voice here. Some vocoder shit.
I want to see these dudes in the studio. How fucking hard are they going?
I want to see them live. So many people at those
Boys, you want to
concerts,
go see
dude.
Nickleback?
Fuck yeah.
I would love to go see Nickelback with you, bro.
Dude,
If I just said that 5 years ago, I would love to see Nickelback with you, bro.
do you know what kind of people are at their shows?
Okay, so I went to
You went to a
I believe
Nickelback
it was
show.
a Rock the Park festival one time, and I imagine that the types of people that showed up to that are the same types of people that go to a Nickelback concert.
What's that?
Like 45, 50-year-old women wearing headbands and like smoking these crusty ass looking joints. And they're like trying to pass the schnickel fritz over to you. And I'm like, lady, I only smoke the Dynamite.
I only smoke the Kroger, please.
I only smoke the Kroger.
All right, that was actually pretty crazy. I wasn't expecting this.
And the
I never
mix is
thought
really
Nickelback would put a smile on my face.
Yeah.
good. There you go.
Or a Kroger in your mouth.
All right, Ian, you got a song?
Yeah, you know what? I'll pop on that new BMTH for y'all.
right.
Oh, super.
Flynn, if you just want to type in BMTH space AMO.
We're smoking Krogers. Hey, nice slippers, dude. Where'd you get these?
Morgan Coles
Hey, shout out to the
and Alan
Coles.
Sahinovich.
Shout out to the Schweinvich.
Yeah, sure. This is good.
I apologize if you feel something.
It's just this is like their intro track from the album, so it kind of is a little bit more
What is this, the
drawn
Blue
out.
Man Group?
Yeah, it's a little bit more drawn out. Oh no, I think
No,
it's
no.
it's cool.
I'm committed now.
It's really like drawn out though because it's an intro track, but it's pretty good. I think it's like just a good
Do
song.
you think they made this on a push?
What?
Do you think they made this on a push?
Maybe.
They're using an ooh sample in the back.
Yeah.
A little wah. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Like if someone told me this wasn't Bring Me the Horizon and it was somebody else, I'd obviously believe
How
it.
much fucking dynamite did I smoke, bro?
Dynamite, man. A coin for the
No, I wasn't expecting this at all. It sounds
Yeah.
pretty nice.
But when it builds up, you know.
Here comes the dance beat. Oh, it's Matt Underoathy.
Yeah.
Who's dancing to this?
I was expecting like a
The
4 on the
meth
floor kind of
goths
beat.
under the bridge.
Yeah.
If they dropped a 4 on the floor beat right now,
Just like
It's pretty lit.
yeah, it's pretty cool. Like the harmonies and like the
Yeah,
like
no,
the textures
it's really
and the
well done.
instruments. Yeah.
I wonder why they decided to like go in this direction. Just try
probably
something
because
new.
you can't handle it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like Alexis on fire. They're just
Yeah,
like,
just old
you
men.
gotta tone it back.
My knees crack every time I bend over.
I wonder what's up with these visuals too. You think they're gonna do this kind of stuff during?
I think
their
they got
live shows?
inspiration from The Ring.
Oh, okay.
I know this is like probably gonna be like their logo or something for the album. Yeah.
Pretty nice. Pretty
Neat.
cool. I don't think it gives me a good example of what's going to happen in the
No.
album.
Nah.
Well, it's definitely a complete different direction for the rest of the Bring Me the Horizon. No,
The hell?
we didn't ask for that one.
Nope.
Yeah. Looks like a video for Ghost. Yeah,
All
no,
right.
you put something on, Christian.
My track is called Super Soldier Serum by Czarface. This is off the Czarface Ghostface Killah record.
I'll give you my czar face.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier in the episode. Get on the Spotify.
Spot it. Let's get spotty.
There we go.
Whoa.
Cool artwork.
Yeah.
Really down with like the comic book motif.
The hero who wouldn't die. Yeah, I can kind of dig it.
Hop up and down. Is this Jay-Z?
We're smoking dynamite.
We out here smoking dynamite.
I think this was I've probably listened to the record maybe 4 or 5 times now, and I think this is like my favorite song so far. I'm sure other ones are gonna grow on me, but this one just knocks in a certain kind of way. Deeper than Shaq's poo. Did you guys hear that?
I love the Ghost little like brass knuckles thing or huge ring.
Ow, wow, wow, oh.
Is he holding some? What is he holding in his hand?
You don't want to know, dude.
I'm not sure. I can't tell.
Yeah. I'm trying to like analyze this whole thing. Like, look,
Yeah,
look at this guy like right here.
Yeah,
On
if
the
you
bottom
dig it,
right
they
there.
like every record is done up with artwork like this, and the Czarface and MF Doom record in particular has like a lot of cool like lore
Such a good one.
about like Doom is clearly like the villain and always plays that role, and Czarface is like the hero, and it's kind of like they're back and forth, and it's really interesting.
Cool.
This record starts off like it's essentially set up like a wrestling match. You have what's that famous wrestler's name who's always like the cream of the crop?
Randy,
Randy.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah, Randy Savage. Yeah, it's like a Randy Savage impersonator introduces the record, and it's like Czarface is like wrestling with Ghostface Killah. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
Puts him in a python choke or something like that.
Ooh,
I'm
sounds
not sure what
kinky.
that means, but it sounds pretty
Yeah.
dirty.
Pretty kinky. Well, sounds like somebody's getting creamy.
Sound like they're both straight
Sounds a
legged,
little
if you know what I
Twinkie.
mean.
Sounds a little Twinkie with the cream. Okay, that was a little too much. I'm sorry, guys.
So we're having a little too much fun.
That was a little too much fun. I said that was a little too much. I'm sorry.
That was a little weird, dude. Chill.
I definitely didn't think this song was going to be beaten in hype by Nickleback.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just that I knew what to expect from this, but
Yeah.
you did not know what to expect from
True.
through Nickelback.
All right,
It
so yeah.
swept you off your
Nickelback
feet.
wins.
Yeah, it looks like Nickelback wins the wrap up shootout.
The super soldier serum truly didn't give them enough power to prevail.
How do you guys feel, Ghostface?
Are you asking me?
I'm
Well, we're
talking.
the only
I'm
two-
I'm talking to the screen, guys. Come on.
We're the only two with mics.
I want answers.
Well, I hope you guys dig the little sleeper song thing that we did here. If you absolutely hated it, please let us know and we'll never try this again.
Yeah.
I'm indifferent about him. I don't know too much about him. I don't dig into his music too much.
Oh.
How about you?
Same.
Beautiful.
All right, on that note, you boys want to wrap it up?
Yeah.
Always do.
Okay. Thanks for watching.
Yo, see ya. Thanks for saying.
Follow us on the gram at Ape Audio, and remember
To subscribe.
Like and subscribe
and fist that
that
bell.
Fist my bells.
Peace.
Fist the.
Oh, by the way,
We forgot to say something.
Next week,
we're going to have
Kyle
Wappler,
the Scene Daddy
of
On
our
the show.
town.
coming at you
Hard.
and live.
6 p.m.
Here.
Eastern Time.
Okay.
Ape Audio.
Yeah.
Episode 12. Kyle Wappler.
See
Goodbye,
ya.
goodbye, 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 goodbye,
Goodbye,
goodbye,
twi-
goodbye, goodbye, goodbye,
Goodbye,
goodbye,
twi-
goodbye, goodbye, goodbye,
Goodbye,
goodbye,
twi-
goodbye, goodbye,
Goodbye,
goodbye,
twi-
goodbye, goodbye, goodbye,
Goodbye,
goodbye,
twi-